Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light, blessings, and namaste to you all. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. It is a portal day. It is 122. So I am going to look up that portal day. This is actually the second video that I started. Actually, I'm not going to post the other video. It was like 30 minutes, but it was like distractions going on, all of that in the background. So if y'all do hear noise in the background, I do apologize ahead of time as well. But it was just like a lot. So the message, it could implement into this message as well. I'll touch on it. But I'm also receiving that this next phase of your life is not to be disrupted, and it's to be more hidden in plain sight. 101 on the timer. Not that you are hiding, because you are now being I'm hearing forced out of hiding. 111 on the timer, so 111, and I did see 110, a lot of ones. You're a chosen one. Yeah, the title chosen one is getting thrown around. 122 on the timer and 123. Thank you, Spirit, because we are in the 122 portal, and I just saw 123. You are a chosen one who's meant to stay hidden, but it's also like Spirit is now forcing you out of hiding. Does that make sense? Like your next phase is not for people to know, but people will see. And a lot of these monitoring spirits, because I just had a reading yesterday, so I'm happy that this had to happen, I guess, because I said I'm just going to delete the other video. One of my nieces was not wanting to cooperate to go to school, and it was just a lot going on, and I was just like, I had to get up at one point and do something. So I said, yeah, let me restart this whole message. So here we are, but we're going to touch on being hidden in plain sight, but not so hidden. How you're on the map, but you're not technically seen on the map, and how those who want to watch or monitor you, you know, the evil eye vibers or monitoring spirits, whatever, the surveillancer people, is let them watch now. Since they want to watch, let them watch. That's what I'm hearing. So that's where this message is going to go. And then I'm going to touch on some of the energy that I picked up from the other reading. So as I start, I want to put my disclaimers out. I'm not a psychic. I'm just a messenger. I'm here to provide the purest love energy possible from the Most High Creator and my spiritual team, guides, God, Gaia, the universe, the Most High Source, and the purest love energy possible. Therefore, we remove any dark entities, evil eye vibes, and evil eye vibers and negativity from this space. We keep it divinely protected in our love, light, and glow from the Most High Creator, our spiritual team, guides, God, Gaia, the universe, and our archangels and the Most High Source. All right, that's in the purest energy possible. But I might not be the reader for you. That's cool. Find a reader that's best for you. Do not force the Cinderella slipper if it don't fit, and do not eat the food on a plate if it don't resonate. I'm cool with that. Just know that your intuition, free will, discernment are key factors regardless of any personal reading or collective reading you may receive. And one more thing, this is a non-judgment zone. I'm not judging. I'm just receiving this download energy, rocking with it. This is a healing zone, zen zone, creative zone, clarity zone, uplifting zone, for humanity, okay, if it resonates in your time. So yeah, either way, what the other video kind of touched on was the climate. Half the world is like on fire, the other half is frozen. Heat wave, cold wave. I'm hearing heat wave and cold fronts. Yeah. And so as this heat wave and cold front come, it's a symbolic energy spiritually that's taking place to create balance, to cleanse away the coldness. And the 444 on the timer is to cleanse away, not even cleansing away the coldness, excuse me, but yes, to cleanse away the cold energy. It's like cold had to go cold. to cleanse the cold. So it's like cold versus cold in order to cleanse and purify the world. And then the heat had to go to the desert to create this massive heat wave just to create a sense of harmony. So again, if y'all hear noise in the background, I do apologize. But I'm not going to stop this message. I'm going to keep going. So some people might think in the symbolic meaning of things that you could be cold in nature. And it was a part of that was because you probably got depleted. And I use the analogy of having a desert. There's this rare desert that you have an endless supply of water. People who come to this desert, they know they're going to be poured into and supported. So more and more people come to this desert because they know that you as a chosen one is going to pour into them. So the more the chosen one pours into them, the chosen one was getting depleted because the people that you could have been pouring into weren't pouring back into you. And/or it just became so many people to pour into, even those who did pour back into you, there was no balance. Let's say you have like 100 people that came to this desert, but only 2 people were pouring back into you. You were still depleted. So it created this ripple effect of a heat wave, and a fire broke out, and it was uncontrollable because there was no water source to help it, to ease it. So you probably had a spiritual burnout. Spiritual burnouts are real. 6:55 on the timer. There was a spiritual burnout that you had endured, and from whoever and however this resonates, therefore you kind of had to go on the extreme side and become cold. 7:11 on the timer. Yeah, which is like the fuel. The coldness had to refuel you to remind you how to not get depleted when you're helping other people, and how to keep your healthy boundaries up when you do help other people, and to remind people how to treat you in the midst of you helping them. And see, the thing is, like, helping and da 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 da, it's not that you want credit, it's just the reciprocation purely. And when you purely didn't see reciprocation, you could have got depleted. So Mother Earth and divine intervention stepping in to create balance. So you had to kind of do that even in your own walk of life. And so some people might think you're cold-hearted, but it's because you came from some cold-blooded, it's like some people might think you're cold-hearted, but it was because certain people were cold-blooded to you and depleting you. And in the midst of that, you found who truly rocks with you, who truly is in your atmosphere instead of who truly is just in your corner. Who's in my atmosphere though? Because if I go to this side of the world, that side of the world, if I accomplish this, accomplish that, or if I'm in this relationship or in that relationship, hold on. Is this person still going to be in my atmosphere regardless where I go? Or are they just going to stay in a corner and kind of like monitor, or only come up and show up when I'm in a tight space or a tight moment in my life? Now that's also a plus, right? To have someone who's always in your corner. So in the midst of this, it also ironically identified who is truly in your corner. I hope that even made sense, because this reading, there's been a lot of blocks and stops. I'm hearing hate train on the love train. Hate train on the love train? Some people said they was loving you, but they was really hate. It was really hating you. But see, this is a new dawn and a new day, because now you know the way. Okay? You know, because your silence has really pierced some people, but your silence also gave you clarity of self. You didn't necessarily go silent to hate people, to purposely, intentionally deplete people. No, you went silent to survive. So this 122 portal is about your survival through your own silence. And you should be proud of yourself, because a lot of people get vengeful and lash out and want to make hasty conversations when they're depleted. See, you pulling back has caused a fire starter of depletion for other people that you were pouring into. Therefore, you might look like a cold-hearted 1111 on a timer individual. I'm hearing you are a lot of people's wish fulfillment, but it's like their worst wish has come true, or worst nightmare in a sense has come true, because you're no more depleted. They cannot deplete you anymore. Hold on, guys. Okay? They cannot deplete you. So, I was looking up this movie in the other reading. And before I might still touch on it, but let me go to the 122 portal. So this is a sign that you're making progress on your spiritual journey and are capable of using the positive energy around you to achieve your spiritual goals. This is also about manifestation and creation. It serves as a reminder that we have the power to create our own reality. You're a creator, Divine Collective. You are a chosen creator. So going back to the chosen ones, is not to say that you're better. And a lot of people are out here, I am here and jumping on a bandwagon when it comes to chosen ones, or I'm chosen. The chosen, the 144,000. Hey, classify yourself as you want to classify yourself. I'm all here for it. I'm cheering you on. You know what I mean? Because it's not about a separation here. To me, when it comes to chosen one, it's because you chose to complete some hard, tough missions. That's just kind of like an aspect that I see it from. Some of you guys, of course, you have your different take on that. However, like for a chosen one to assess and complete tough ass tests of discernment that were cold-blooded or that were depleting and no more fuel to the fire, and you had to release and see the beast in a lot of people, yo, that can make you come off as someone who is cold when you stop allowing your resources to be depleted, or your energy, your presence to be depleted. Anyway, and that message on the last video was kind of really gearing towards the Divine Feminine Collective, because the Divine Feminines are nurturers. So Divine Feminines, you probably found yourself at one point helping and assisting so many people that you could help and assist, but you experienced a spiritual burnout. And instead of being vengeful or fighting back with harshness or coldness, you sat back. But see, ironically, sitting back became really harsh and cold to some people who can no longer assess you, or who probably thought different of you. And in the midst of that, that's why as you go in your atmosphere of life, Who's in your atmosphere in every corner of your life? You get what I mean? You can have people that's in your corner. However, who is in the corner of every atmosphere of your life? That's a difference. You could probably just have somebody on your corner when you moving on up to the east side, to the deluxe apartment in the sky. Oh, you got some people in your corner doing that. You can have somebody on your corner when you making it big out here, when you looking your best, feeling your best. You got somebody in your corner. You can have somebody in your corner when you keep getting promotion after promotion after promotion, getting that recognition and recognition, that fame or whatever. You can have people in your corner all day. Are those people still in your corner at your lowest of your low? At your weakest of your weeks? And I'm hearing weeks, like if you're going through this for weeks and weeks and months, are they still in your corner? Will they still get it? Do people in your corner realize when you become depleted? Do people in your corner realize when they deplete in you? And then you had to sit back and realize, well, am I enabling this depletion? Or am I depleting people? Like, it's looking at yourself and not pointing a finger at somebody else. Because everybody's life and journey is different. Everybody's life struggle is different. Everybody's perception of things are different. How they will handle things might not be how you handle things. And that's okay. That's the beauty of life, that we all different, right? How you handle it is also different. When some people handle things with more vengeance than they do with calmness, or with more hate than they do with peace. So it's really a touchy thing to kind of really decipher deeper for some people to get kind of what I mean on this. But it's also like your silence, you went within to manifest, to create, to learn how to have inner balance and inner peace, and not for that to be validated by anyone else. And that could have been cold to somebody out there. When you did that, you became cold. Did you know healing yourself made you become cold to somebody? Did you know that your third eye being woke and your spiritual intelligence of discovering certain things kind of made you become cold to somebody? And you would question, like, why would that be when I was getting depleted? Or why would that be when this person know I'm not that way? Okay. And so that's when now you have found a balance to where you didn't get off your throne. And so to be truly chosen, and again, everybody got their own way about how they take that. To be truly chosen is how you identify that. However, the other side of how you identify that is how a truly chosen one reacts to setbacks, to people who are monitoring spirits, to people who have tried to destiny swipe their lives, to people who gossip about them, talk bad about them, to people who deplete them purposefully and intentionally, to people who are really cold-blooded. You got a lot of cold-blooded. I'm hearing a cold-blooded bloodline. Your bloodline could have been cold-blooded to you. Or people that you consider blood could have been cold-blooded to you. So then when you become silent, they think you the most evil person out there. Or the most non-caring. When all you did was show empathy and care. You are a blessing to somebody. And if they did deplete you, you just became spiritually burnt out. And then on top of that, you became spiritually enlightened of who they were and who they were not. So in that case, if that was the same person that was in your corner, if you had to think about that, it's like, okay, is this person in every corner of the atmosphere of my life? Is that person in every corner and in every atmosphere that I go? Can I really turn to this person, depend on this person? And not to say that, it's up to them. Depending on them is up to them for you to succeed or for you to be happy or for you to blah, blah, blah. No, it's not up to anybody for you to create your life. It's up to you. Now, the part of them being in your life is also up to you, depending on how they make you feel in this particular point in your life. You can have people that still ride with you, rock with you, are on the same tribe wave with you. That's cool. But when we come to an individual setting, an inner knowing, it's like, does this person truly understand you in every corner of your life? That's a tough one, right? Because a lot of people, 2112 on a timer, a lot of people say they in tune until something happens, and then that's when you know. So just be mindful. And on top of that, the beauty of it is you finding people that's actually in tune with you on your chosen walk. Because it's like, this is your chosen path. In a sense, you're going to choose who you walk with too at the end of the day, because you got free will. You choosing to walk this way or go that way, that's up to you. That's the beauty of life as well. Whoever you're tuning into, just ensure and pay attention to if they're tuning out your connection with the Most High. Or make sure pay attention if they're tuning out your spiritual progress. Are they tuning out, are they creating static instead of more direct contact with the Most High or with your visions or with your life? Period. Are they on the right frequency? So it's a little deeper, but everybody in your life is also a testimony for what you overcame and what you've been through and where you're going. Okay, so with that being said, I'm trying to think if I'm getting that card deck out here. With that being said, I text something to myself. I'm hearing you don't fight fire with fire. You don't fight fire with fire, it's going to spread more fire. And see, the fact that you don't really fight fire with fire, you more try to go silent and pay attention or sit back. That's why Spirit said you don't have to get off your throne. And you not even getting off your throne is like a fire starter. Like, people think you starting a fire because you staying on your throne. And that's not even what you're doing. You're staying on your throne because you want the best. You want to be the best version of yourself. Some people don't understand that. And that's okay, because they're going to learn to understand it by knowing you. So going back to you being on this map, you've been hidden in plain sight, but you're not hidden like you think. You ain't hidden, boo-boo. People see you. People act like they don't, but they do. That's a crazy thing too. Truly chosen is kind of like, people see you, but they're going to act like they don't see you at the same time. In most cases. Why that is, I really have no earthly idea why that is. But it's like, people want to know you. People want to be near you, but they act like they don't see you. It's very weird and ironic, right? But even when I say the term weird, I used to like being classified as weird, and I still do. Call me weird all you want to. I think it's a cool word. Dang, I'm weird. Okay. That means I'm original. That means I'm a one of a kind find. That means I'm a rare energy out here that people really don't tap into then. That's what that is to me. I'm weird all day, sure is. Sure, I'm a weird wallflower, okay? I am a weird wallflower. I stand back, but I stand out, okay? That's what you do, Divine Collectives. You stand back, but you definitely standing out, and now you standing out on this map. And people are like really drawn to you. You're very mystical. You're very, what's the word I'm looking for? They're infatuated. Yeah. You create like this infatuation about who you are, and a lot of people are drawn to that. You're like a mystery. So, y'all, it is cold up in here. Got my heat on and everything. I'm going to sage and clear the space. I did it in the other reading, but let me do it in this one too. I don't think I did it in this one, but anyway. So we go get a message and see where this is gonna go. But I did text myself. This was yesterday, and it is 919. So that could be a symbolic number to look up. But yesterday when I was driving, I ended up hearing people need to be mindful of the heat they put out and how destructive it can be. And I also heard people need to be mindful of the coldness they put out and how piercing it can get. So if you're putting out a lot of coldness, cold-blooded energy, people need to be mindful if they're doing that, because it's going to come back and pierce them colder than what they thought they were. And if people out here starting fires to destruct and disrupt other people with all this heat that they throwing out, they need to be mindful how destructive that can come right back to them. Every action has a reaction. So if someone was cold to you, your silence might be colder to them. And that's not something that people would expect. If someone literally tried to fire start and create all this disruption towards you, the disruption that they feel now is even more hot. It's like HELL, okay? Let's be real. It's like they sitting in that heat. So you got to be mindful of how you treat people out here. All right. I'm trying to think if I'm going to add to this message. Okay. Because there were some people who literally thought that they were getting away with hurting you. Some people thought they were getting away with hurting you. But see, in the midst of it, they realized they only hurt themselves or something like that. It's 9:22. That could be symbolic. Oh, this was from yesterday, so I didn't really write anything today. Y'all look at this as I cut the deck. Energy vampire. Exactly. Stand vigilant over the energy. Empower yourself to say no. Conserving your essence. Your spirit's sanctuary demands reverence. Shield it with care. See, the movie that I looked up, remember I told y'all that I looked up a movie, is still on here, my search. It was The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. Hold on, let me show y'all. with Leonardo DiCaprio. The fact that this have reverence on it, and see, this movie came out 10 years ago in 2015, and it had 97% of people that like of reviews of loving the acting. Leo did a dope job. I think he won an award for this movie. I think that was like his first award or something after all the movies he done been in. But he's a good actor. Either way, I like his acting. But anyway, this movie is about someone who betrays him and kills his son. And in the midst of this betrayal, he gets attacked by a bear to the point where he almost died. He had to learn how to survive and heal himself. But he had like, it was done in the coldest weather. In this cold weather, he had to experience this and nurse himself back and heal himself. But he was on a mission to go seek revenge. Yep, to track down the man who betrayed him. A lot of people done betrayed you because they was energy vampires. Some energy vampires don't say that they're energy vampires. Most of the time, they won't say that they're an energy vampire. You find that out along the way. You do. And that's like when you find out along the way, like, dang, I've been depleted by an energy vampire. Oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. It's like, and then you might become cold because you don't know how to deal with it. Or not cold, but your silence becomes that. It was a point where I had a lot of spiritual attacks, spiritual awakenings, spiritual downloads about particular things or individuals. And it was a lot. I was like, how do I handle all this? Like, spiritual team, am I going to catch a break? They're like, yes, you will, in solitude. I'm like, oh, okay. You got to put me in solitude so I could catch a break from these energy vampires. Not to say that it was intentionally. My spiritual team knew it was a lot, and I didn't know how to like tackle it all like at once, like handle it all, because I was overwhelmed. Again, I had a spiritual burnout. So my spiritual ancestors and the Most High stepped in to assist. At the time, I didn't know. And at the time, some of these people did not know why I was in isolation. And that, that was something I had to get clarity on with the Most High, with no outside distractions. That's why I even heard, thank you, spiritual team, how the other video was distracted. A lot of people not supposed to know. Some people gonna try to distract you to know so they can find out. They're like, oh, divine, we gotta distract the divine collective somehow to get up in there to figure out what's going on. They're being too cold. We need their energy. You became cold-hearted to some energy vampires. And some people you didn't even know were energy vampires. And that could have hurt you. So, and these people could have been a part of a close-knit group, close-knit family, close-knit opportunity, whatever the closeness was. Again, they was close in that corner. They was in your corner because they was that close. You look behind you, here they go. You look over there, here they go. But they was really this energy vampire. The ugly truths of spiritual awakening, right? It could be an ugly truth, but at the same time, it's a beautiful awakening process to discover the truth and learn how to deal with it and be calm and balance your energy with how you even approach energy vampires. A lot of people not going to get that. So again, as you are on this chosen path of your journey, because you choose to decipher, you choose to actually go within, You choose to rise above. You chose, and you choose to stay in solitude as you heal. So people don't stay in solitude when they heal. They rather have distractions of the outside factors. It's kind of like if you have been in abusive relationship after abusive relationship. Spirit is like, are you even know yourself? Like, I need to just be by myself. Let me just be by myself. And instead of being by yourself, you jump into another relationship. Because it's something that's probably, maybe you don't want to sit with yourself because the thoughts could be overwhelming. Or the healing is just too much. You rather just, let me just go date and distract myself. So boom, you're dating somebody else. And the cycle continues. Some people don't know how to sit with themselves. So they rather get distracted by other outside factors. And sometimes they get distracted with energy vampires. And I'm not saying that everybody in your corner is an energy vampire. No. I always got to put that out there because that's not what I'm saying either. When this stuff happens, you're going to know who is truly in your corner. Who truly in your corner in every atmosphere of your life. Wherever you go, you don't know this person's still in your corner. You are. So for him, he's tracking down somebody who betrayed him because he wanted to get back at this person. And maybe at one time he wanted to get back and fight and do all of that and lower your vibration. But instead, you sat still. Instead, you let your silence speak. Instead, you poured in yourself and realized, Instead, you decided to pour into yourself. And in doing that, these people who could have been energy vampire or who did you dirty or whatever are realizing that they're depleted without you. That's how you fought back. You ain't had to actually cut nobody. You didn't have to cipher energy from nobody. No, you just called your power back. And you said, Spirit, God, team, whoever you identify, heal me. Instill in me the beauty of life that I don't need to seek outside of myself to know what I have within myself. Left in the cold. Okay, thank you, spiritual team. Look how they do that. You see what I'm saying? Your coldness has left some people in the cold. That's crazy. And look, the past returns. I'm trying to tell you, some people from your past want to be returned because they've been left out in the cold and they're experiencing some piercing coldness. Even if you haven't spoken to them, they going through some cold shit. Excuse my language. I'm hearing hardships, but this is some cold shit that they going through. And they probably need you and they want to return, either be mindful. Some people might want to return to just cipher your fucking energy. Excuse my language. And these are people that you already done left out in the cold because you knew what they do. Now, if these energy vampires decide to reemerge and return, you already know what's up. Because you already cold as ice. These energy vampires going to realize, oh, I'm still left out in the cold. It didn't work this time. No, it didn't. Feeling left out or down can be tough. Like being in a cold, lonely place. But it's important to remember, these moments are part of life's journey. They teach us resilience and remind us of our inner strength. The tough times will pass and warmth and clarity will come back into our lives. Keep faith in your ability to move through this and find joy again. Because you, Divine Collective, on this chosen path, have been and may again be left out in the cold. Ain't that something? Your truth, your resilience, you remembering who you are will put you out in the cold. And that's another thing about being a truly chosen one. you being chosen will put you out in the cold, because people, they realize who you are, and it brings out like this energy vampire demanding energy that they want from you. It's weird. I don't know how to even put it. So some of these people want to return because you hold the key. Someone from your past is on their way back to you, stirring deep emotions that have lingered. This impending reunion presents a chance to address unresolved feelings, whether it leads to closure or a rekindled connection. Approach it with openness and see what possibilities unfold. So, 40:44 on the timer, and it's 9:33 a.m. Spiritual energy is protecting you when this person returns, and or if you reconnect, if you're the one reaching out, or however this goes. You're going to be guided. Your spiritual team is going to make sure that you're okay in the midst of this connection with this past person or opportunity, whatever re-emerges and arises. Because some of this stuff you left out in the cold and there were no words that were said. It was just cold silence. Like it just stopped cold turkey. Okay? You're like, okay, I thought we were in the kitchen cooking with all this heat and this passion fueling. Now all of a sudden it's cold turkey. The kitchen is closed. No cooking in here, boo-boo. And I'm hearing you really were cooking and feeding into people. Like you were nourishing and flourishing people out here. And then you had to replenish yourself. So you own a map more than ever now, because a lot of people who act like they don't see you definitely watch you. So if they're an energy vampire or a monitoring spirit is like, okay, since you want to watch the Divine Collective so much, watch them. Because the Divine Collective already know they got David's key, boo-boo. And these people know that you got David's key. And David's key is, I will place on his shoulder the key to the house of David. What he opens, no one can shut. And what he shuts, no one can open. And that is Isaiah 22:22. 2 could be symbolic, or 4 could be symbolic. So Spirit has said, get ready. Because you full steam right ahead. That's that fire. But see, you fueling a fire in you now that's not destructive. It's inspiring. It's a creative fire sparking again. Some of your creative spark has been unmet, hasn't been lit, because you were sparking other people's creative endeavors, or sparking other people's passions, or opening their doors. So some of these, or you were just sparking conversation with people. Like you were like a filler, like a conversation piece or something. I don't know. People could come to you and they knew they could just talk about maybe themselves for hours. Or invite you over here so they can be with someone instead of going alone. Some people don't like going places by themselves. It's a lot of confident people when I talk to them, or even in some readings that I've had, like some of the dopest people. But it was surprising me that sometimes these people were insecure about even going to see a movie by themselves. I'm like, really? I love going to the movies by myself. It's like a retreat, okay? It's a treat to myself, and I feel like I'm at a retreat. But some people don't like going by themselves to see a movie. So things are about to steamroll for you. I'm hearing iceberg right ahead. That was in a cold weather too. The iceberg, Titanic is crazy because Leonardo DiCaprio was also in that movie. Spiritual bird. You were on a cruise. You were cruising, and then boom, this coldness just hit. and it was an iceberg right ahead. And a lot of people didn't survive that, did they? And rest in peace to those souls who really were on that ship. But a lot of people didn't survive. There were some survivors, and you were one of the few survivors. A lot of people are hidden icebergs. A lot of people are hidden fire starters, or, these devastating blows here and there in life. A chosen one here, you have chosen to rise up from those things that hold you back, or from being vengeful. Even though somebody betrayed you or backstabbed you, you ain't trying to go betray or backstab them. I'm hearing somebody could have teamed up. Oh shit. Somebody done teamed up with an energy vampire. And that is why they are left out in the cold. And see, some of these people had good intentions, right? But it's like they could have teamed up with an energy vampire. And it caused the connection to derail. And when it derailed, you still kept going forward on your train. Because I did hear, I don't know if it was this video, like I said, the videos, I had to stop the other one. But I heard hate train on a love train. You probably realized who was really hating on you. And maybe you was on a hate train with energy vampires or something. And you got left out in the cold for whatever reason. But then I'm hearing you realize that you were on a hate train with energy vampire, and you left them out in the cold for whatever reason. Because you knew you held a key. You knew you had to keep going. And it did derail you for a moment. But you got this steamroller. It's time to go. It said this powerful symbol marks your readiness to embark on new paths, close old chapters, and navigate the shifts between life's stages. Embrace the journey ahead, for you are prepared to move forward into transformation or transformative growth. This is what it is. Now, some of these people are grieving. Some of these people are grieving. In your deepest grief and darkest days, remember you're not alone. When you're at your breaking point, there's still hope and help nearby. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Reach out and support and comfort are waiting to help you through this tough time. See, you had to grieve some losses as well. So I'm hearing people are grieving you through this, but I'm also hearing before your derailment, you had to grieve a lot of losses. Like you cried more, or you became blocked. You were grieving the past. You could have been grieving past life lovers who stole from you. Again, you got a lot of past life energy. The past returns. Past life lovers. And this could be people that you love. Didn't necessarily have to be a love, like a real romantic relationship. Could have just been love. People in your life. You realize like family that you love are just really cold-blooded entities or energy vampires. Again, not all people. This is just this particular message. But I'm also receiving that some of your past is now returning to love you correctly. And not steal from you. Somebody definitely stole. Look, whoever stole from you is having some financial problems. That's crazy. These people was stealing. I'm hearing whoever stole your energy is now spiritually depleted and having financial problems. Someone probably was banking off of you too. I'm hearing they could bank and bank and bank, and they bank account ain't staying firm. Could have been a past lover. Robbery and financial problems. I'm hearing past lover is being over here. There is a past lover that spirit put to the side though for you, possibly, if that resonates. You could have had someone from your past who was put on the side. Maybe they got left out in the cold as you were going through this. Who knows? But there is a past lover that's a true lover. And if it's not a past lover that you would think, it's kind of like, even if this person is from your past, they've experienced something that is now bringing you two together to be balanced. And not like whoever you're in love with, this person is not going to steal from you. Or this person, because you're awakened. See, you're more awakened here. Having awakened from their long slumber, they are now deeply connected with their higher self, seeing life from an elevated perspective. This newfound clarity, enriched by spiritual emotional maturity, helps them navigate their journey with greater insight and understanding. Their enhanced awareness guides them forward, transforming their experience to the world. Yeah. Oh, look, cut the deck, Ascended Master. You're an Ascended Master. Yo, somebody try to keep you in a financial bind because you're an Ascended Master. I'm trying to tell you, they could have gained from you because you're a spiritual Ascended Master. People were gaining and probably trying to bind you up so they can keep gaining financial wealth. But see, you awaken from a slumber. Awaken your heritage from Ascended Masters. Your gifts are shields and your purpose a guiding star. Harness your power to lead and illuminate. Embrace your role as a beacon of transformation. It's a lot of transformation energy on this. Because a lot of people here are materialistic. See, you hidden in plain sight without the material limelight. Ooh, that's deep. You are hidden in plain sight without the material limelight. And at the end of the day, you hold the key to it all. Because you chosen to hold this key. See, a lot of people don't hold this key. That's the difference between a chosen vessel. They have decided to look and see, okay, this person's energy vampire. This person might be materialistic. This person is in my corner, but are they truly in my corner? This person probably stole from me. Or this person really loves me. This person is truly in my corner. This person always pours back into me. This person understands my awakening. I'm hearing portion. I mean, it's like a portion control. What are you eating? Who's feeding you? We can have people that be in a corner all day and night, but what are they feeding you? This person, that person could feed this into you, da 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 da. What are you really being fed though? Is it nourishing? Is it uplifting? Is it healing? Is it healthy? Is it toxic? Is it love? Is it lust? Is it control? Whatever, you could think of it. Is it just financial support? Are you being misused? Are you understood? As you get older in life and you continue, if you're blessed enough to even continue living, because it's a blessing to keep living. Even though life is hard, it's still a blessing to even see another decade, another day, okay? Another minute, another second. So it's just like eating. If I continue to eat unhealthy food every day of my life, I'm going to be, I don't want to say that because I just thought about this dude. He's really in shape, and so is his girl or his wife. But he does like a pottery, is it whatever, he does his own real take on 600-Pound Life, the show on TLC. But he just stuffs his clothes with like pillows or whatever. But it's funny. It is funny how he's saying certain things. Now, making fun of somebody, no, that's not funny. But what he says about like how he is looking forward to eating his food every day. One of them was, I gotta eat this food so fast because if not, that means my wife might ask me for some more. But he just want to keep it all to himself. And one of them, he had like this big ass plate of food. And he said, you want a fry? And she was like, oh, sure. He gave her one fry. Okay, just one. So it's kind of like, if I'm feeding this into me, and again, some people have real true medical issues that they gain weight or they can't lose weight or however the case may be. It could go deeper with that. It could be something else that triggers it. Sometimes we can enable this too. 55 on a timer. I didn't even realize this was almost an hour. But sometimes people are enabling who takes from them or who's feeding them. How can I say this? We could be an enabler, because I did enable some unhealthy vampire issues in my life. You know, if we could look back and think on things, we could all say like, yeah, I did enable that at one point in my life. But when you heal from it and you feed yourself more healthy ingredients, you're no longer doing that. And so therefore that is now left out in the code, or that person is now left out in the code because you ascended and you awakened, because you know now that you hold the key and you're a chosen vessel. I'm gonna shuffle one more time and we gonna connect through meditation. Yeah, you are connecting more. Step into the quiet of meditation to connect deeply with your guides and receive divine insights. This practice grounds you, opens doors to spiritual wisdom and clarity. Through stillness, access the profound guidance and downloads that enhance your journey and illuminate your path. That's what I'm talking about. You went silent to connect with the Most High and with your spiritual side and your higher self. And it says apostolic mission. This is your mission, because you have a huge ass mission to do. The energy of a tow truck removing obstacles suggests a powerful force at work to help overcome challenges. This could also indicate you're meant to assist and uplift others on their path. And this is what you're here to do. So even these energy vampires, you actually assisting them you're assisting them in ways that they never would expect by being left out in the cold. I'm gonna end it there though. If this didn't resonate, and if it was all over the place, I do apologize. But just know that you're on a map. People know that you've chosen for this mission to uplift and assist humanity and heal people. And whatever was stolen from you, whoever robbed from you, whoever took your energy, it's just coming back to you tenfold. This is why you're ascending. And then in the midst of it, you're going to know the real ones in every corner of every atmosphere of your life. I'm going to leave it there. If it didn't resonate, don't force it. If you didn't like it, it's cool. I do appreciate each and every one of you so very much. And if you ever want to connect with me, my email is in the description. Peace, love, light to you, and namaste.